just think you can flap your yap. No cap, yo, we looking at the facts and stats. Second city gritty to across the map. Put your cleats on your feet while we run some laps. Buckle up your seat while we have some chats. Who the GOAT on the court, pictures and running backs. Plug in your jacks and you're whipping your phone. Shalom, let's get it on, just a set in the tone.
Welcome everyone to the Setting the Tone podcast. It's your boy Tone, joined by my regular collaborators, my guys. We got J Mac and we got the boss Earl. What's going on, fellas?
All right.
Always good after a win.
Always good after a win. For sure. Winning feels good.
Better.
It feels better?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Hey,
A lot better.
yeah, I saw another Bears podcast like immediately after the game.
Okay.
And one of the guys was like, I'm glad we got the win, but it didn't feel good. I just don't get that, man. How does winning not feel good? I don't feel it. I don't feel that statement. It's like you can't please everybody, I guess. I don't know. But the Bears won 12-10 over the Minnesota Vikings in Minnesota. And winning feels good to me. I don't know about y'all. What y'all feel like?
It really doesn't matter at this point, man. A win is a win. And I got a couple questions about the young man or whoever he is. How old is he? Because these youngers don't have no patience. They want blowout wins. They want for sure wins. They don't want no kind of they don't want no type of close games. So it
Facts. I agree with you. Everything you say. I don't know his age. He looked like he was in his mid-30s, maybe. But yeah, it's like the game has to be perfect to some people. I don't know. The win has to be like pristine. And it's just like sometimes you win ugly. You know what I'm saying? It's like a win. I'm gonna take the W. I'm gonna feel good about the W because it could have been an L. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's how I look at it. Shit.
Yeah.
I can clearly understand where you're coming from for the simple fact, it was an ugly win. I mean, we want our team to go out there and put on a show, at least be dominant, and not just in the defensive facet of the game, at least offensively as well. So I can kind of understand and see where you're coming from with that point. No mistakes at the end, like going towards the fourth quarter, like we have been throwing picks and turnovers or fumbling the ball. So I can understand where you're coming from with that.
Okay. I just look at it like go ahead.
I don't disagree with you on that. It's just that it's not realistic. All these teams are professional. It's a lot of stuff you touched on last night. Both you guys, like Tone, you were saying they all professionals. And everybody get paid to win. Any given Sunday, Monday, Thursday, and now Fridays.
Right, facts.
Friday game, anybody can beat anybody depending on injuries and just how they come out and play.
Facts.
Yeah.
I look at it exactly like that. Anybody can win. You have great teams throughout history where they have games where offense and defense ain't clicking. Maybe the defense carries them today, or the offense carries them today, or the special teams. We could pull up Tom Brady's teams. We could pull up the Colts teams in Indianapolis. We could pull up the Bears teams. It's just if you get the W, you get the W. I'm gonna walk away happy with the win. And everybody just ain't clicking every time. It's just not realistic, like Earl said. So that's how I see it.
Yeah.
I can't imagine a game, just being perfect and clean like that. It's just not. I don't know.
It's just the frustration of the losses, the combination of losses over the season and the near wins and the bad picks. When you on a team that loses consistently, you get fed up over a lot of stuff. It goes back to what we were saying. You get certain type of wins, you get a lot more leeway with the fans and the people in the building that control your job. So I get what he's saying, but a win, I'm not gonna feel that bad. I got you can pick it apart all day.
Yeah. You can pick it apart for sure. I like that. Hey, so my question to you, J Mac. Give me 3 positives from the game, man.
Really?
Yes.
You come to me with a positive.
I want to push you a little bit, man.
Yeah, you pushing a little. You pushing me real hard.
Just a little bit, man. Just a little bit.
You pushing me real hard. But I would say 3 positives. First and foremost, the defense. The defense showed up, and they showed out, and they actually closed the game. That's first. Second, I would say until it is a positive, but until the fourth quarter, Justin played pretty much a mistake-free game. No turnovers, no no throwing in the bad coverage, throwing the ball away when he got outside the pocket, not taking unnecessary sacks. So that's another positive. And damn, I would say targeting DJ Moore a lot more, getting him the ball,
Yes.
in pressure situations, finding your go-to receiver. So, and I'm gonna go with 4. Um, closing
Go
the
ahead.
game when it matters.
Facts.
Closing the game when it
Exclamation
matters.
point. Exclamation point for sure.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Earl, I'm gonna give you the same question, man. 3 positives, differently from what my man J Mac had, if you can.
Wow. See, now that's. Yeah, I wish I'd have got mine first, man. That's hard.
Look, I I know it is. I flipped it. It's a, you know why I flipped it? Because it's a win. I want to hear the good from the win. We could talk about bad all day, every day. Let's hear the good
yeah.
from the win.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Okay. First of all, the dub. That's the dub is a positive for me.
Yeah.
Second of all, until the last screen, the receiver blocking downfield was awesome. St. Brown until the last one where he caused, I believe it was Mooney to get smashed, Mooney or Moore, or whoever caught the screen. He had his
Yeah.
head in the backfield, and by
Yeah.
the time he turned around, his guy was past him. And until that play, St. Brown had been blocking excellent on that quarterback screen. So I say downfield blocking with our receivers. Um, Also, I like the young man, Roshan Johnson. Man, he played decent last night on both protections.
Yeah.
He fought.
Yeah.
They got the hard yards. You can see they starting to trust him because he was in there. I mean, I don't know exactly how many carries he had, but it wasn't too many. It wasn't more or less than Khalil. Yeah, Khalil had disappeared to the fourth quarter. He came in and got right back to it. So I don't understand why he was out so long. But that would definitely be my 3 positives right there.
Yeah, so Roshan did have 10 carries for 35 yards. Khalil Mack had 6 carries for 24 yards. And I saw that they were leaning a little bit more towards Roshan, and I was curious about that. I was like, maybe it's because Khalil coming back from the injury and he's still kind of a little iffy, I don't know. Or maybe they just like, no, this is a Roshan Johnson game. Let's go ahead and pound
There
it.
was some big hitting going on. I
Yeah.
think that made a play. Khalil is not a small guy, but Roshan is bigger.
Mhm.
It was a lot. It was hard hitting on both sides of that ball, man. They was laying some wood last night, man. That take me all the way back to the '90 games between the NFC. Well, they
Yeah.
call it North, but remember it used to be the Central.
The
That take me
Central.
back to those days.
Yeah, for sure. And to go ahead, J Mac, my bad.
No, I was just gonna say I don't think like Earl was saying, I don't think that game was made for Herbert. I think he would have been a non-factor because there was no lane for him to cut back in or anything. So that was a Roshan Johnson Foreman type game.
Yeah, pound them out.
Right. Right.
Yeah. And back to what you were saying earlier, J Mac, about DJ Moore. Yeah, they definitely targeted him more. 13 targets, 11 receptions for 114 yards. The man, he was pulling the power with him, wasn't he? I love that little dude, man. He can play. He got some toughness.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. My thing with that was they threw him too many goddamn screens.
Right. I saw one stat where it was like they threw 21 screens in that game. It
Yeah.
was like 5 in a row or some shit, would y'all say?
Yeah,
Man,
I at least thought I saw 3.
Yeah.
Same fucking play. They just switched it to the other side.
Well, they ran. Yep, they ran it 2 to the left, and then they came back to the right. That one, well, remember, one of them almost got picked because
Yeah.
it was Daniil Hunter or one of them guys jumped up and blocked it.
Yeah.
And remember, that's what I said last night. They see something that works, they want to run it 2 times in a row. If they run a play yeah, they do, man.
I hear you.
If they run a play that they feel should have worked, they come right back to it. They've been their script all year. That's why they're so predictable.
Very predictable, man. That's crazy. It's
Horrible
crazy.
play calling. Horrible.
Man, jeez, dude.
I still don't understand how Gessie still got a job.
He doesn't have an imagination at all, man.
No,
It's like
no.
Nah.
you can see his script, man. You don't even need the script. You just know what he gonna do. Shit. You just know what he gonna do.
Yeah,
You know what I was thinking? You know what I was thinking, guys? Let me be honest with you. It seems like to me Getsy is coaching from a place that he's used to. I don't know too much about Getsy before Green Bay, but coming to Green Bay, you're set. You got one of the best to ever do it. You finally got a running game. Receivers are top notch with Devontae and Cobb and all those guys. And I think he's used to playing with a stacked team. That's the way he called a game. Like it's just it's not a point of making it work. It's just you got the pieces already. Let's go do it. I don't think he's used to coaching with a team that's being rebuilt or whatever you want to call it.
I don't think
Yeah.
he's used to coaching.
Yeah, could be true.
I just don't think he used to play calling. It's like his play calling is, just trash
that
to
too,
me.
or play design, because some of his play designs takes forever to develop.
Facts.
A lot of people they sit up and they talk about how JF1 hold the ball too long. Hell, he got to wait for the players to develop downfield after he dropped to take his 3-step drop, and by the time he hit that back foot, the ball should be gone. Them dudes still in their routes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can't complain about that last night because he was releasing that joker. He was getting it out of there. I just think with the defense they were running, there's always an open pocket. And I don't know, a lot of the things I talk about my players with is how the younger generation just for lack of understanding. I just don't know why they don't want to listen to the older generation. And they just on their own time. They on their own dime. They don't play the game. They always trying to run out of bounds. They always trying to slide. Nobody wants to go up and get the ball. Nobody wants to dive for the ball. Quarterbacks don't throw the ball unless they see the guy clearly open. There's no if you even, you leaving type deal with this. It's just
right.
It's a game that's evolving, but what is evolving to is weakness, in my opinion.
I feel like younger people feel like they know it all. I mean, I think we were all young people at one point. We probably thought we knew it all, And also, they watch too much of the professional level or the college level when you're talking about your kids, and they try to mimic that. Well, they run out of bounds. I'm not staying in bounds and taking that. Nah, you gotta play tougher than that. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. But you're absolutely right. The lanes were there for the taking because of the blitz and the type of scheme they were playing. They were in that blitz 58% of the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. That's insane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What's that?
But that's game planning. That shows you the difference between that coaching staff and ours. That's game planning. You know that number one, he's just coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, we don't have a line that can block long enough. So that's game planning. That's a specific plan geared towards us. And we dismal right now. We play good sometimes. Sometimes we look awful. So we dismal. They came at us and tried to put pressure on us. And if it wasn't for a couple of key passes, some nice on-time running, we would have got baked.
Yeah.
We would have got baked. And they didn't take advantage. The defensive backfield was open all night. Komet
right.
and whoever the other Tonga should have had a field day with those 7, 8, 9-yard passes.
Right. Because that zero blitz, the zero coverage blitz, ain't no safeties back there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so you got all of that.
The middle was wide open the whole game.
The over-under route. You send one guy to occupy. If it is that single high safety, you send one tight end to occupy, and you send the other one underneath him.
Yeah, they were definitely in man coverage on the blitzes. Yeah, they were. It was definitely open over there. And
I think I saw like one, well, not many, where they had single high safety. And
while they were blitzing?
Yeah. I think I seen like one or two plays. It wasn't many.
Right.
But doing while they blitzing, like you said, they were in man-to-man coverage quite a bit.
Yeah.
That's how DJ got that last pass, that 39-yard pass. They was in man coverage.
Yeah.
And I think that was the play. Nah, that was another play in which Komet snuck out for that 10-yard for that 4th and 10 when
Right.
they had
Right.
the safety over the top.
Yeah. Right. But even if they zero blitz and something is open, you got to hit it, man. And it just shows you how the game evolves. We've been complaining, and the league and the commentators or whoever you want to call it, analysts, complain about him holding the ball too long. But he was getting it out pretty quick, and it was clearly, I can tell you 2 or 3 passes. If he would have held it a tick longer, he would have found that second man, and he
Yeah.
was wide open. Mooney it usually is that second guy, and I could tell you from watching the game, he was wide open sometimes. Even St. Brown was on the sideline sitting there. He never made it to his second progression.
And I was debating with someone last night. They were texting me during the game, and they were saying that Justin Fields wasn't helping his lineman out. That he doesn't have any pocket presence, and that he was holding the ball too long. I was like, no, the line. It was certain plays where the line was just the defense was in the backfield just like that. I felt like
Yeah.
he was. I don't understand how he's not helping them out. They're not helping him out. He got to move the pocket. He got to run with the
Right.
ball. You know what I'm saying? That just
Right.
baffled me. Yeah, I didn't understand that at all.
I can tell you exactly the frustration comes where they don't know when he's going to run.
Right.
Because we got that on the one play where it wouldn't have mattered anyway because we got a penalty. They called a legal man downfield. When they see him moving, man, it's just, hey, and sooner or later, after you got that internal clock in your head, you start turning upfield to block for the man.
Yeah.
And then, man, please not helping his line, man. First of all, somebody need to take whatever money we gave Patrick and donate it to him some help.
Yeah.
He got swim so bad last night on 2 or 3 occasions. I see him get the Yankee. I call it the yanking pool, where you yank him forward and then you swim him. I seen him get, man. It was terrible, man.
He a veteran. He got to know better than that for sure.
Come on, man. We don't want to talk. You don't want to talk about Patrick.
Talk about it, man. Go ahead. I know you specialize, and your eyes on the line, man. I know your eyes be on the offensive line, so I know you specialize in picking it apart.
I do not like that dude with a passion. He's just not. He came in with the rah-rah, but he's not fit to be a Bear. He's not fit to hold that spot.
That grit is not there, man.
No. I mean, he's getting beat every game. He's the cause of the pressure coming up the middle every game.
Bad.
He bad. Him and I hate to say it, Braxton Jones too. Him and Braxton Jones. Well, sometimes Nate Davis as well. They man. They give up that.
I don't think he's 100%. He don't look like he's 100%, man.
Nah.
I just don't think we have the pass blocking down, man, at all. I agree with Mac. Nate Davis, his pass blocking is iffy sometimes.
Yep,
suspect. Braxton Jones still ain't figured it out.
Still getting bull rushed.
Lucas Patrick is just Lucas Patrick.
Yeah. He that extra piece. He that extra piece on the board.
But
yep.
Justin fared well when they blitzed at 58% of the time. He went 16 to 21 for 132 yards. We got 8 first downs off of those blitzes. And a pass rating of 91.8. So that's pretty good, man. I'll take
that. I'll take that.
When they blitz.
Yeah, but how many first downs did you said we got how many first downs?
8 first downs when they blitzed.
How many first downs did we give up just on penalties alone?
Oh, we'll get to the defense in a minute. We'll get to the defense. We'll get to them. But yeah, so what was I gonna say? God, I got caught off guard right there. But blitzing. So we knew they were gonna come in and try to blitz them again because that's what they did last time when they played us. And they were the team that injured him as well, dislocated the thumb.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I know he wanted something. He wanted some kind of, type of redemption against them, man.
For sure.
He looked nice for the most part. The fourth quarter woes still coming out. The rumbling and stuff like that.
I agree.
Man, it just can't happen. That second one, though, and I'll wait till we get on offense to talk about it. That second one was just not on him. And I'll explain.
No, we on offense. We talking offense. Okay. Yeah.
So if you look when they ran it back on that second fumble, he made his offensive cut, jump cut, whatever you want to call it, off of Komet.
Right.
Komet blew that call. That guy went right through Komet and blew him a running back would have fumbled that, man. You know,
Yeah.
because he got smacked. I was surprised he got up. I thought he was done. I really did. I thought he
Me
was done.
personally, I thought he would have cut it behind Komet and
If you
cut
look at
behind him.
it, he
That he
did.
would have
If you
picked
look
up
at it,
more yards.
if you look at it, Komet came slanting in as I'm facing y'all, coming to my left, and Phil went around this way, and the guy went up underneath Komet and smacked him hard.
You still got to hold on to the ball though.
Gotta hold on, yeah.
Gotta
I'm not
hold
gonna
on to
make
the
no excuse
ball.
for I ain't gonna make no excuse for no turnover, but that
Yeah.
type of hit on a non-ball carrier,
That's
yeah,
definitely part of his game. He has to clean up. He looking a little Lamar Jacksonish
yeah,
with the fumbles.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah,
both got this issue, but he's still young. And as I was saying to someone else, the Bears are a very young team, right? I mean, so
yeah. One of the
we're
youngest.
gonna expect mistakes. We have to if we're gonna be realistic. Mistakes.
Yeah.
We got to expect ugly games, ugly wins, ugly losses. We got to expect that to come until we figure out who we are and how to win. Then we be like, okay, it's going to look a lot cleaner then. But right now, it's going to look a little shaky at times for sure. That's how I see it.
yeah, I agree, but I still go back to last season when he first got there and implemented his system and everything. We were the least penalized team in the league.
Facts.
Now
Yeah,
we're leading the league in penalties.
And
yeah,
we have a younger team too, right? We got rid of a lot
yeah,
of veterans, so penalties
yeah.
gonna come with that territory. And it'd be the
Did
young
we
player,
ever pick?
it'd be the
I'm
young
sorry.
players that it'd be the young players that get the most penalties on this Bears team.
Mm-hmm.
Am I right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Smith, Scallon.
Can't blame Stevenson this game.
No, I
No,
can't. I can't get on his case this game.
No,
but
and
did we ever figure out those 6 rookies they say we had playing last night? I counted 5. I don't know who the 6th one was.
well, I didn't. Well, as far as starting, I only
For
counted
playing
2. As far as starting,
And they just said playing. They didn't really say who started or not. They just said it was
6 rookies
yeah,
playing.
6 rookies
yeah,
playing.
yeah. Well, I can see Roshan, um, Wright, Dexter, Pickens.
That's who I
Stevens
missed.
wasn't playing. Then you got
Terrell
the
Smith,
corner,
right?
right, right.
Smith, number
Terrell
32.
Smith and Scott even got a few plays in there.
Okay, that's the 2 I missed. Then Scott and Pickens. Because Dexter starts, right?
No, he's not
Javon.
starting.
He ain't starting.
Okay. Okay, he got a lot of clock last night. Then they must be
Hey,
starting to drop him.
he moving up though. He's stealing some snaps. He's stealing some snaps for sure.
Yeah, and he looked good last night, man.
Yeah,
That first move, he get a little bit of work on that first step. He gonna be a boy, a bull.
yeah. I can't wait to see him next season. To be honest with you, I think a season on the pro level, he has the talent. It's just gonna make him so much better next year. I just feel it.
Yeah, but what we got to remember as well, he was a project.
He was a
And he
project.
Yeah,
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 he was a
yeah,
project.
yeah.
He wasn't well when they did the draft analysis, he wasn't expected to go in the second round. He was expected to go third or fourth round.
Oh, okay.
Pickens was supposed to go higher than him.
Pickens did get drafted before him. I thought. I think.
No,
You
no,
sure?
we drafted Pickens
It
in the
was
third.
it was done outright, and then Dexter, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think we moved up in the second round. I think we grabbed Stevenson up when we moved up after Dexter. And then in the third round, that's when we took Pickens.
Okay.
You're right. You're right. You're right. My
I
bad.
haven't heard his name as much. I haven't heard, a lot of talk. I thought actually when I watched him in preseason, I thought he was gonna be better than Dexter, but Dexter is holding his own, man.
Yeah, Dexter getting more tick because he's playing that 3 tech.
Right.
And
Pickens is
um,
playing the nose.
right, and you got Billings, they've been saying Billings been balling, so you ain't finna take Big Bill off the field.
No,
You
I
know,
love what Bill has been playing, man.
yeah, yeah. So you gotta they just extended him too, so he's gonna get some tick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're gonna have to
yeah,
steal his job because he got a new contract. So
Yep.
yeah, yeah. Speaking of contracts, man, you better pay that boy Johnson, man. That boy once again, he had a chance to put the freaking game away.
Jalen Johnson, yeah.
But you better
Well,
pay that man. Pay that man,
well,
or get some for him, man. Something. You can't just let him walk.
actually, I think we had multiple chances to put that game away, and
Oh, of
we
course.
that that's good. That goes back to that comment Tony made earlier about not being satisfied with the win. When you can put them away, put them away early, and don't leave no doubts on the table.
Yeah, we definitely had some drives on offense where we didn't put any points on the board, and that made the game real shaky and iffy. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
the offense got to do better when the defense is giving you the ball back and they're giving you the ball back in short field and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? And but Jalen Johnson definitely is earning a new contract, but I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be a franchise tag on him. You know what I'm saying? I think they're gonna franchise tag that boy. So we're gonna see. But Terrell Smith played good, so they got an ace in their pocket.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
yeah,
got
that's
an
true.
ace in
But
their
can he
pocket.
cover? I'm
What
sorry.
you
Go ahead.
say, Earl?
Can he cover like Jalen though? He hard. He's
Yeah,
smacked. I think he better at run support than he is at covering. I like his
yeah,
tenacity. His intensity level is right where you want it as a Bear fan. That's what we used to. He reminds me of back Mike Brown. You know, he loves to
yeah,
smack. He loves to bring that wood, man. And unfortunately, it hasn't panned out for those type of players. You know, I think I said it once before. With Mike Brown, Bob Sanders, those guys usually hurt themselves, man. They hit so hard. They don't know how to play any other way.
That's
You know.
Brisker.
that's a fact.
Yeah. Brisket
Brisker
too. Yeah.
too.
That's Brisker.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let's lean on those penalties you were trying to bring up, man. Those penalties, uh, 7 penalties for 76 yards from the Bears.
Hold on before we start talking. Let me take this. Nah.
Man,
Go ahead, man.
nah, but the defense actually caused a little drama for the offense when they got the turnover, and then Kyler Gordon took off his helmet, man. You know,
Yeah, what was with that? Because
Silly.
it seemed like one of their players
It
snatched his
did. It
face
was.
mask
his
off.
face mask loose. Yeah, he
Yeah.
snatched it loose for sure.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
His
but
whole face mask was gone.
the
The
Bears
whole
been
bottom half.
the Bears been kind of guilty for taking their helmets off on the field, and they ain't been calling it on us. They got us yesterday though. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
He
yeah.
changed it. He changed it though. When they showed him that the face mask was loose, they changed it to a taunting.
A taunting.
Yeah.
He was taunting a little. I get it, but I don't even like
I
that
see.
call anyway. I don't like
I
the
see.
taunting penalty. That's just
I don't either. I don't either. They
yeah.
take the spirit of competition out of the game.
Facts,
There is an
facts.
overboard. There is an overboard, and hit him for that.
Yeah,
But if this guy is talking to me pre-snap about what I can't do to him, or I'm gonna run you over and then I pop him, or I'm not gonna let you get off the line and you burn him. Come on, man. That's in the game. That
yeah,
makes the game what it is. I don't
right.
think that's gonna last too long.
Yeah, and plus I look at it like this. This is the professional level. These aren't kids. You know what I'm saying? So the whole sportsmanship thing, you teaching the kids the right way to play the game the right way is one thing. But when you get on the professional, they already know how to be good sports, and they're paid to entertain. They're paid handsomely to be stars on the field. We want to see that shit, man. We want to see it. You know what I'm saying? We want to see
Yeah, I
the
don't see
guys go at it.
nothing wrong with jaw jacking back and forth. I
Nah,
mean, as long as it don't hinder the play, I don't see nothing wrong with it.
right.
In between plays, y'all jaw jack back and forth and get that over with. And then come
Mhm.
back at it the next play.
Yeah.
I'd say you put a time limit on it. Give
I was about to say,
yeah,
long as it's not
something where
extended. Yeah.
right. I think it's gonna be along the lines of the celebration. You see how they
Mhm.
brought that back?
Right.
And it didn't take them long. I think it's going
Right.
to be the same thing. I think it's going to dumb down the game. We already hate because we think it's too soft. Give us
Right.
something. The celebration is nice, but the spirit of competition comes into play, man. It's just back and forth. This guy been handling me all night, and I finally get away and get the game winner. You expect me not to say nothing? He talking crazy to me all
Right.
game from locking me up, and
Yep.
I finally get away, and it's for something that matters. Come on,
Yep.
you can't expect those guys to contain themselves. They're not.
Yeah. They entertaining me, man. I love it. I love to see
I
it. I
do
don't
too.
care.
As long as no blows get thrown, it doesn't,
Yeah.
carry over. Don't do it on their sideline.
Right.
Don't follow into
Yep.
his huddle. Type shit.
Don't get ignorant with it. Yeah. Just have
Don't go.
fun with it. Have fun.
Same
Yeah.
thing with the celebrations. They don't let the celebrations go too far. Put it on the
Right.
same kind of moniker.
I agree
And see where we get
100%.
from.
Excellent point. Sure.
Definitely.
But yeah, the defense was showing something, man, with the coverage. We had excellent coverage all night. You know what I'm saying? To that fourth quarter, they kind of, I don't know if we start playing a softer coverage or what, but they marched the ball on us. But
I
we
think it was
played
both. I
a
think
little
it
bit
was a
of
little
both.
fatigue. Yeah, I think it was a little fatigue. And I think that we were in certain coverage all night. When they got desperate, they started taking chances, and we were still in the same coverage. Or either
Yeah,
they took it out the same coverage. It's one or the other.
But
for
I
sure.
think Eddie Jackson should have closed that gap with that on that touchdown pass
Hawkinson.
Hawkinson made.
Earl was talking about them. What are you, Earl?
Yeah. You know what? And I don't take a lot of my words. I don't eat a lot of my words, but I'm gonna eat it a little bit on this.
Okay.
Dobbs held him in check with his eyes. Okay.
Mm.
And you can see at the last minute he came over the top. I just think you got to know that there's nobody you can get to quicker than you can get to Hawkinson. Make the move. I'm not, as a coach, I'm not going to get on you about that because any other it was 3 tight ends on that play. So they
Mhm.
found something with the tight ends and then they capitalized on it. They brought 3 in there. They sent one under. They sent him over and the other guy on a streak route, basically. And he pulled the other guys out of the way. He held Eddie in check with his eyes, and he hit him. And he's like, what, 6'6", 6'7". He threw the ball in a place where Eddie had to go through him,
Right.
and he just couldn't do it.
And like
But
you
I
said
think he
Yeah.
should
yesterday,
have closed faster.
yeah.
If Gordon can go through him, Eddie can go through him. Eddie should have went through him.
Well, we know
Well, let me
Eddie not a tackler. He's a hitter, but he's not a
okay.
tackler.
Right.
Let me clean that up a little bit. Eddie made a business decision, and Deion
Facts.
Facts. You know, Kyler hit and tackle. Eddie, like, I ain't tackling
yeah,
him.
right.
yeah. That
I
that that
told you,
was
though.
that was actually a key play because that was what 4th and 10 in
Mm-hmm.
which Kyler
Yes.
made that stop.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I actually thought Hawkinson was going to run through him,
That little dude
but
be hitting, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you
Hey,
ain't lying. That little boy can hit. He
Man.
can hit.
it's the same way with running the ball. You run that ball hard the first couple of quarters. Those linebackers start to back it up just a little bit more. Those safeties start going for the arm tackles a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same way on defense. You pop them legs on a running back or a receiver, they start turning around with their hand already ready to stiff arm, which
They
takes some of
tiptoeing
that.
when they see you, yeah.
Yeah, you hit the footsteps. Start hitting the footsteps coming.
Yes, sir.
And Kyler, woo, man, I love him and Brisker, man. I love the way they play, man.
Man, me
Oh,
too, man.
I like Kyler in the box as well.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
I
him and
like
Smith.
Kyler in the box as well. That boy was laying some wood last night.
Yeah, him and Smith, man. I mean, that to me, I think that's
Smith
one of the
actually
keys
led
to
the
why we're
team
so
in
good against the
tackles.
run. Say it again.
Smith led the team in tackles with 8.
That's good,
Yeah.
man.
Usually
Yeah,
that's Edwards. Usually it's Edwards. He only had 6
yeah.
last night, if I'm not mistaken.
Edwards, yeah, he was a close second. How about Montez Sweat with the well, I say 2 sacks.
1.5.
Come on now. Come
Yeah,
on now.
they gave Brisker a half on that, in which Brisker didn't even touch him.
Hey,
Right.
let's speak on your boy Tremaine Edmonds. He played a good game, man.
Man, come on now.
Yeah,
Come on.
Sims. Come on, get that man some
But
love.
no, that's your guy. That's not my guy. That's your
I
guy.
know, that's
Come
why I
on.
said it. That's why I said it. That
Come on
man
now.
played a good game, man. Come,
He did. He did.
boss, back me up,
Well,
man.
I can't say he did bring the wood,
He bringing it.
but at the same time,
Here we go with the
it was
butt.
one that I was critical of,
Uh-huh.
which he didn't he almost had to tackle for loss in the backfield on
He
He
Madison.
got
slid
a,
down the
yeah,
tackle.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right.
I knew it.
That
I
was the
knew it.
only
I
one.
knew it. I knew it.
But he laid some wood. I give him that. He laid some wood.
Hey,
He was
man,
there when it counted.
I'm gonna
I knew
send
it. Go ahead.
I'm gonna send my man Edmonds a letter to Hollis Hall, like J Mac needs you to play perfectly, man.
Yeah, for real.
Hey, listen.
I need you to
You
play
got too much
18
money.
million perfectly.
Perfect. You got too much money not to be perfect. No, go
Right,
ahead,
for real.
boss.
Hey, I knew exactly the play he was talking about when it happened. I like tomorrow. I'm going to hear about it because he wrapped him. He slid right down his body. Dude stepped right up the tackle. I said, yeah, we're gonna hear about that tomorrow.
Yep.
As soon as he said
Yep.
that but, it was like, oh, here it comes. Hey
Yeah,
man,
yeah. But
that's funny.
but
like
he
we said though, when that defensive line can get pressure, everybody plays better. I don't care how good you is as a linebacker. When you got that 315, 20, 30 pound guard coming out that off that line at you, hey, you them sometimes they gotta make business decisions too.
Yeah. When the defensive line plays better, the linebackers play better for sure.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
just like that. The line is essential on both sides of the ball. You're not going nowhere without it.
Build the trenches, Bears. Build the trenches.
That's it.
Especially,
That's it. It make everybody's job easier.
yeah.
And thank you, Sweat.
Thank you. Yes, he's a multiplier for sure. He making
Yeah,
But I'm
everybody
not
around
saying
him
though.
better. Huh?
But I'm
most
not saying.
definitely something. Go ahead.
I thought Ngakwe would eat off of him, one of them, and I'm
Yeah.
just not seeing it, man. Wait, come
Man,
on now.
nah,
I saw the picture he got last night, and Ngakwe,
Ngakwe
I
is not
forget
it.
he over there sometimes.
He's a
He was
rental.
supposed
He's a rental.
he was supposed to be a multiplier. But
Yeah.
I ain't seen it yet.
Yeah, I
No,
agree with you.
at
I
all.
had
At
I had
all.
high
I ain't
hopes for
seen it
that
yet.
guy, man. I had
I
high
did too.
hopes.
I did
I
too.
like
What does he got? 2 sacks? What does he
he's
got?
averaging 8 sacks a season. Like, yeah, we're gonna get at least 8 from him. I remember me and J Mac was talking about that on an earlier podcast. Like, well, he could just count that 8 because he's averaging 8. Nah, he ain't getting it.
What he
Not
got?
even
Like 2?
close.
I don't
Yep.
even know what he had right now. Let me check it
He
out.
got
Shit.
2.
2
Not
for the
even
season?
close.
That's
Yep.
crazy.
I believe it's 2 for the season. Hell, Sweat got that already.
Right.
That bad. That's all I'm
Yannick,
saying.
Yannick got 3 sacks this season. So
Okay.
yeah. But still,
Okay, well, we got what 5 games left for him to pick it up.
to get his
He
8,
ain't
he
getting
gotta
no
get 1 a game to get his 8, huh?
One a
He
game.
ain't getting 8. He better have a ball out game because he ain't getting 8 if he got
Right,
to
right.
count on one every game.
He better have that Khalil Mack game. What did Khalil Mack get? 6 in that one game?
5. Was it
5 in
5
that
or
one
6?
game?
5
Yeah,
or 6.
so
He had 2
we
this weekend, didn't he? 2 or
Yeah.
3 this weekend. He had 13.
yeah, he had 13 now.
Yeah. I
So
made a comment about that too. Maybe he just needed to get all the way healthy.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know. Because he balling this year.
That
I
boy balling
I
for
want to see what Ngakwe do against that rookie Paris Johnson when they play Arizona.
Okay. Arizona, they losing a lot of games, but they kind of like us, man. They right at the door. They playing good, and Kylie came back and gave him a shot in the arm, man. He played a hell of a game, even though they lost.
Yeah.
I
They
need them.
lost.
I need them to win some games, man, so we can keep Carolina's pick safe and secure.
Yeah.
I think that pick is safe and secure. I think it is.
At this point, I'm almost leaning towards shutting Young down to prevent him from getting smacked up, because it ain't no.
Yeah.
I maybe give him 2 more games, but I ain't trying to get that boy hurt.
So the Panthers. Let's talk about them a little bit since we got a little interest in them. They fired their head coach, their assistant head coach, and
Offensive coordinator,
offensive coordinator.
quarterbacks coach.
Right. Does that type of stuff make a difference in the middle of the season, firing your coaches like that, or what's the science behind that? What y'all feel about that?
Get
I
some new
take it.
shit going.
Go ahead.
I'm just saying, you just got to get something new going. Change it up.
Mhm.
Because apparently what they was doing wasn't working.
So you
Yeah,
think
and
it'll,
then sometimes,
Go
like
ahead.
I said, you need that shot in the arm. Sometimes you need a shot in the arm. You got to consider several facts. Has he lost the team? Has he lost the locker room? Does it? Yeah. Have they quit playing for him?
right?
Frank. And then the way he was talking about what happened, it's almost like this was going to be his last inning. Did you hear some of the things he was saying? How it wasn't no bad blood. Him and the owner talked. This might be my last stop. If he was truthful in what he was saying, half the time it ain't like the man shaved.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
He might
me
have checked out already.
me personally, I think you put all that on the owner. Instead of letting the guys run the team, he's sticking his nose all up in the business, and that's why they didn't draft Stroud. Because initially they were supposed to draft Stroud, but
We're supposed to see they Stroud. Yeah.
he
Hey,
overruled that.
I got a time out real quick. Maybe I'm wrong here, Sims, but weren't you saying before about the Bears ownership not being hands on? But you worried about this? You got a problem with this owner being hands
No,
on?
personally, I don't give a shit about them being hands-on. I'm just going by going by the reports, you
Okay.
know,
I don't
because
think.
they fight.
Yeah.
Go
I was about
ahead.
to say ownership is your business, so you have the option to be hands on because you it's your
Right,
money. But if you don't know the business, like a lot of owners, they have CEOs. They let other people run the business. You know what I'm saying? They have
right,
presidents of their team, or their organization or the company. They let them run the team. But if you know the business, like say somebody like Jerry Jones, right? He knows the business. He knows football. So him being hands on is probably a plus. He can work with his team president or whatever. But
right.
if you got ownership like the Bears, they don't know football. As long as they've been in the business,
As long as they've been in business, all they is onlookers like us.
ownership. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and let me
But
piggyback off to that if I can. Jerry was my first pick too. Um, Jerry knows the game. They do a lot of winning. You
Mhm.
can't talk too bad about him when they do a lot of winning. He doesn't know how to step back at all though.
That's
So
the
that
problem.
could be
Yeah.
the issue with Carolina. Maybe they too heavy-handed with the with the ownership involvement. If you don't know football yet you want to be a part of it, man, you can mess up your organization too. You
That's
can
a
make it
fact.
unpopular. There's a reason why some of these teams have never even sniffed the trophy. There's a reason. And you can't keep blaming it on culture if you didn't hire 15 damn coaches in the past 30.
yeah, yep. You he's overstepping his boundaries,
Right.
in my opinion.
Facts.
You overstepping your boundaries. Okay, you had this love affair with Young, but you know you messed yourself up when you stepped in and made sure they took Young instead of Stroud,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I mean, but
they
I
was
think
really sold on Stroud.
everybody had Young rated higher than Stroud, right? Been the
It's the
Yeah,
Alabama mystique.
Yeah.
right, exactly.
So I mean, in hindsight, we see Stroud as the better quarterback so far, but at that time, Bryce Young was the better prospect, even though he didn't have the size. You know, he's a tiny dude.
Yeah,
But
Right.
everybody on their coaching staff wanted Stroud.
oh, really?
Yeah, I mean everybody on their coaching staff wanted Stroud.
And the
I
owner like
remember hearing
Vito.
I forgot who their quarterbacks coach was. You can hear him saying, "We'll see you in Charlotte."
Right.
He talking to Stroud, but it didn't come to fruition when Tepper stepped in,
Hmm.
Uh-huh.
which is good. That's good for us.
Yeah, yeah, because Stroud playing his tail off, man.
Man, because if they would have
Yeah,
got Stroud, we wouldn't be having that number one pick right now.
right, exactly.
No,
So
no,
I
not at all.
thank Tepper for
Not at all.
that. Definitely
Not at
thank
all.
Tepper for that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, you think it's Young or you think it's the coaches? Because, like I said, Frank looked like he's checked out already. I'm just sorry. He looked like he was checked out. I mean, he looked like me 3 days after I got my haircut, man. We had 5 o'clock shadows everywhere, 6 o'clock, 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock shadows on,
He definitely looked 10 years older than he did when he took the job.
He
Did you
just took
see
the
that?
job
Did
this
you see?
year.
Right.
He just
But
got
did
Dude
you
there.
see?
looks 10 years older.
Did you see the picture when he was with Philly or with Philly,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And now he looked like he done aged, like he said, at least 10 years, man. Look at the pictures between when he left Philly and now. That man
Mhm.
looked like he done had 7, 8 grandkids or something.
Yeah.
He's the first head coach to be fired in back-to-back seasons from the Colts to Carolina.
Yeah.
Like,
Man,
yeah, that's crazy.
that's
Speaking
crazy
of
right there.
speaking of coaches being fired, what do you guys think is the possibility of Flus returning after this season?
I think it's still in the air, man. They gotta the rest of these games gotta play out before I think a decision to be made on him. If they win out or if they win the majority of them, I say 6 wins. He's staying. He's staying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah. I agree. I agree for the simple fact that we don't want to change it if we don't have to.
Right.
You want Fields and the rest of the guys to be comfortable with this package that we're running, the offensive package that we're running. And if we get rid of Getsy, if we get rid of Flus, then here comes somebody new because nobody want to come into something that didn't work because they don't want to be blamed for somebody else's, you know,
Right.
groundwork. They don't want to be blamed. I wouldn't either. So if we can win at least 6 or win out, I think he's going to stay, and I would prefer it that way too. But
Yeah,
if they don't win at least 2 or 3 more games, they almost forced to fire him.
yeah. He forced his hand.
I've seen a take to where someone said that I guess it's in his contract that he's not to get fired for the first 3 years of the rebuild.
I
And
would
I,
try to put. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be
I think
honest.
that's fair. I think
I
that's
do
fair.
too. I
Yeah.
would try to include that in my. I would definitely. More coaches should do that because you can't expect me to come in here and flip this thing around.
In
Or
less than
unless
3
we were
years, yeah.
already on the verge.
But
If we
Yeah.
were already on the verge, then yeah.
we can't keep revisiting Getsy's play calling and play designs.
But maybe that's not in Getsy's contract. Maybe that's just Flus, hopefully. Because we could, but I don't want another thing touching on what Earl said, I don't want our offense to be changing systems every year either. That'll be if we fire Getsy, that'll be 3 different systems, right?
It's not working.
So we got to start from scratch with a new offense for the whole team, for the quarterback, the O-line, the receivers. We got to start off from scratch. Is that the better option to start from scratch or for the team to get better? Listen right here. What about Getsy improving? Is he capable of getting better? I don't know. Maybe he is. Maybe he's not. But we gotta let it play out a little more. I just don't feel like changing offenses like that every year is a good idea, man. I don't think that's.
It's not good for your quarterback's morale. It's not good for the team morale. And I get it, man. I'm the first one to say fans are fed up with this shit. And yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I'm with you on that 100%.
When you think about it, though, like we said, we got to be real. If we're gonna smack them hard, we got to punctuate the things that's really wrong with this team. There's a lot of new faces, not just to the league, but to this system. Of course, we're going to have hiccups. And if we can see positives coming from it, then yeah, we got to give them another shot because flipping a whole nother offense is going to make the guys who we paid to come in the first place, like the Sweats and the guys who are doing well, the Jalen Johnson. I wouldn't want to be a part of no rebuild. I done lost enough. Let me go.
Why we gonna keep rebuilding every other year?
I haven't seen no positives though in his offense besides the running game. And then even in the running game, he tries to be too cute with it, with all the blocking schemes and just play some. If you want to run the ball, just play just straight smash mouth football.
Which I believe is still the best way to win.
Yeah, I don't have an issue with that. We're trying to be cute with the play calling and the blocking.
I think you gotta kind of disguise a little bit too, Jerome. You can't just be straight up the middle on everything.
I understand that.
But it has to start from some smash mouth.
Facts.
Even the West Coast, when it was high flying, putting up 35 to 40 points a week, they had a bad running back from Roger Craig to Ricky Waters that was getting you 3.5 to 4 yards to carry. That makes everything easier when everybody has to come up and stop that monster. Everything opens up. It hasn't changed. It's just the pay has changed. They don't want to pay them, so they're not giving them. Come on, man. Everybody get paid for the running backs.
Let's put this in perspective. The Bears have the top run offense, right? Or in yards per carry, right? Mm-hmm. So we're not playing smash mouth on every run play, but we're playing great run football. It can't be smash mouth every run play. We got to get into the 21st century. We gotta switch it up. We got to trick them a little bit. We got to disguise it a little bit. We can't just run up the tackle's ass or the guard's ass every play, man. Right. No,
I agree with that. But at some point, there's got to be mano a mano. Either you got to beat your man. At some point, you got to prove it.
And I think we do that. Like yesterday with Roshan, he was doing that.
Yeah, he was.
Dante Foreman was doing that.
He was.
Yeah.
But I get what both you guys are saying. I think it's hard to know how much of what until you get a grip on what's working, and we just ain't got that. We don't know.
Right.
Every week we win a different way, or whenever we win,
we play a different way.
Right. So, the defense is very comfortable.
Play calling. I'm sorry.
And I think that's just growing pains with a young team, young players, young coaching staff. Mm-hmm. I think all of that is growing pains, and I think it'll gradually get better, and they're gonna figure out this is who we are. This is our identity. We're gonna do this, and we're gonna do that. And if we can't do that after year 3, then we can move on. But to keep flipping the script every other year, I don't
You're
think that's
never
a
gonna
good.
know what you got if you keep
What you
changing.
got? Yeah, facts.
I
Facts.
get, but I feel the frustration. I feel the frustration of Jay back. He ain't said, look, Jay ain't said shit wrong. You
Nah,
know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, y'all get paid to win fucking football games, and y'all get paid handsomely. You know, and we done seen teams like Philly and these guys go from worst to first. So you know, it's dude. We got to find the right combination of play callers and other coaches that's gonna be in sync
development.
because
Yeah,
And also just take a look. Philly lost the offensive coordinator and the defense coordinator, and look at where they at.
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, and a bunch of
And
players.
you brought in Sean Desai, a whole new system, and they balling. They got a whole
But you
new
know
offensive system.
but you know what happened?
they went from worst. They went from first to middle of the pack on that defense. Though that defense ain't nearly as scary as they was
But
last year. So
look,
they
what's
had
their
some
record?
setbacks.
What's their record?
Say it
What's their
again.
record? Best record in the NFL right now.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. I get it. You know, but they had it. They had a stacked team before.
But you know how they were able to switch coaches and still be successful? The players were developed.
Yeah,
That's how
that's a good point. That's a
their
good
players
point.
were developed, and then they brought in young players with veterans that were developed. You know what I'm saying? And the coaching staff that remained there took what the on the offense, I believe, they took what the previous staff had. On the defense, Desai has a different system, but he has talent. He has talent all up
Yeah.
and down that line.
I mean,
It's
look
just
at it. His
yeah,
line gives him time. He
yes,
has two Pro Bowl receivers, a Pro Bowl tight end. His offensive line is I ain't gonna say outstanding, but they what second or third in the league in rushing their damn self.
yeah.
So, you know, we and let's not put too much on that running game. A lot of it is they scared that Fields gonna keep that damn rock half the time too. So they you know that spy, that third or fourth tackler that would be on Herbert or Roshan is staying back just in case he pull that joker.
Oh
That
yeah, we
helps.
see the spy every
Same
game.
thing with
Yeah,
right. Same thing with Lamar. Lamar, it's the fear of Lamar running that helps that running game too. And we can't be blinded by that.
facts. And let's give I got a question. I already have my answer, but I want to ask you, who are the top performers of the game, man? Give me like one or two of your top performers.
I'm gonna say for me, offense, I'm gonna go with DJ Moore on offense. On defense, man, you got to go with Jalen Johnson,
Mm-hmm.
but it could be a 1A and 1B because this boy, man, 1B can be two or three players. 1A is Jalen Johnson, but 1B could be Smith, it could be Gordon, it could be Brisker. That secondary, okay, you know what? My defensive player of the game is the secondary of the defense.
Hey, the last season, our secondary was so strong and we didn't have a push up front at all. And I feel like we started off slow in the secondary this season, and now that secondary is tightening up like it was last year.
Yeah, injuries help with that.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you. My point exactly.
Well, for me, I'm damn, I have to piggyback off of that. DJ Moore for one, and well, I can we can go Roshan Johnson as well.
Okay.
He made some key plays as well, some key pickups, some key first downs, and on the defensive side of the ball, just got to go with the defense. Period. The
That's a
whole
fact.
defense, not
As a
just one in particular, because
as a unit, yeah.
yeah, all them boys, they especially the secondary, them boys balled out.
Yeah.
They played.
And that's I gave him a slight edge, but you can because linebacker play was good. Sanborn, man, he that boy quiet assassin, man. I love the way I
He
ain't
has
gonna say
great
he's straight up,
instincts, don't he?
but
He got
his assistance, he's always
especially in the run game.
second
yeah,
or third guy in on them tackles, man. He coming.
right.
But you're right, man. You know, from Sweat to Dexter play, you could give it to the whole defense, but because of the interceptions, I just said secondary. But you could give it to the whole defense.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had what, like 3 tip passes that they called for interceptions.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 of the 4
Yeah.
interceptions were tips.
Right.
They could have really had 6. They could have really had 6.
Yeah, facts. I got DJ Moore is a one top performer. I just thought he just plays so gritty, and he continues to play gritty every week. When he get a catch, I feel like he can take it further than where he ain't for the fall. He ain't for to get knocked down instantly.
Mm-mm.
He gonna get him some
Yeah.
more. He gonna
It's gonna
keep
I didn't
take
know he
eating.
more
was
than
that
one tackle.
doggone big. I didn't know he was that big, man.
Yeah,
Man, dude, legs look like
he's
tree trunks,
strong, man. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
strong as fuck.
After he catch that ball, if he gets some open space, them little safeties don't want to see him either.
And my second top performer, Cairo Santos. He got
There
all,
you go.
What do you have,
There
5?
you go.
5?
There you go.
he was 4 for 5, 12. He got all 12 points.
Yeah, yeah,
4 for
yeah.
5, all 12 points.
Yeah.
Cairo, hey, I was surprised he actually missed one, to be honest with you, because I thought he was just automatic. But it didn't stop us. He still hit 4 of those boys, and
We got to learn how to close them games out like that, man, because that extra, the one that he missed, would have played a big part in what we did further down the line too, man.
facts.
The Jalen Johnson pick.
I think we need to capitalize on them turnovers.
Yeah,
Oh, for sure.
We've had 8 turnovers in the last 2 games, and scored at least 9 points off of them.
I think 9 or 10.
I don't even know the points off of it. Yeah, that's crazy.
We got to be able to capitalize on them turnovers.
I agree 100%.
No way we can get eight turnovers and
we didn't score a touchdown last night. We didn't score a touchdown last night.
Yeah,
all our points came from
Cairo. Yeah. I
It's
mean,
the same
the
thing.
offense got him in position, but he did the dirty work.
Yeah, because you still got to make that joker.
You still got to make them jokers.
Still got to make them.
Yeah.
Still got to make them.
Hey, he up for a contract too. They need to go ahead and give him that extension.
Get it out the way.
Get him out the way.
That's a little money compared to everybody else.
Facts. Get him out the way, man. He money.
Yeah. Speaking of, again, I think what I think gonna happen when I think they're going to franchise Johnson, but I think they're gonna pay him in the season. I don't think they're gonna because if I'm Johnson and you let me go a whole nother season, I'm gone.
Yeah.
Unless you tag me again.
Yeah.
Because I'm proven now, yeah. And if you want to be business savvy, you have to understand they paid the guys that make your job easier. Sweat is gonna make your job easier. Ngakoue was supposed to make your job easier. They paying the guys that's gonna make the back end job easier.
Right.
You gotta love that because you can't tell me that Sweat's play isn't conducive to what's going on in the secondary. 8 turnovers in 2 weeks. When the last time we did that?
Yeah, you facts. That's facts right there.
Yeah.
I agree 100%.
The only thing about that means the line is doing they're doing their job, especially if we getting a lot of tip passes for interceptions.
That's it. That's it.
So,
hands up. You can't get to the quarterback. Hands up.
Right.
It's just it was beautiful to see, man. I mean, man, that line play, and I usually would make sure y'all know I'm talking about defense, but I think we all know I'm talking about the freaking defensive line. We know we ain't talking.
Oh yeah.
Y'all know I ain't talking about the offensive line. But
You ain't even got to tell us, man. We already know.
I'm just saying, man. I know I didn't make reference to what part of the line I'm talking about, but I figured y'all knew already.
No, I knew. Our offensive line great at run blocking. We already, pronounced that. We said that, but anything else, I ain't giving them no props for nothing else.
No. Which and that's what I'm saying when we talked about play calling, right? You know your team is great at run blocking, and any defensive coordinator is going to come in and crowd that line like the Vikings did. How come we didn't have? I mean, the screens were good, but what's Plan B? What's Plan B? Because any defensive-minded coach, whatever you want, coordinator is going to say, well, they know we coming after that run, so now they're doing it quick. They're doing the quick passes. So now we're going to have to stop that at the first or halftime. What's our plan B? Did you see it? I didn't.
So our plan B is to fix the offensive line so we can get the ball down the field against teams like Minnesota that's going to blitz us. Because I swear, if we have a better defensive tackle and a better center, we could get the ball down the field on those blitzing teams.
And they are getting open.
Offensive tackle, yeah.
They getting open.
They getting open. We got a better tackle. Left tackle, man, we could get the ball down.
Like even on that play that Komet caught when it was 4th and 10,
mm-hmm.
he blocked for a split second and then released.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That opens him up a lot more as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of moves
especially over the middle.
A lot of moves made by defensive players are based off what they see in the first couple seconds. So if you chip block, tight ends never should be covered if they do it right. You know, unless you're like Kelsey and you're going to get that corner on you no matter what you do. But those middle of the road, the guys that's trying to get to Kelsey level, if you do that chip and you know that this team is a dominant runner or has a dominant running game, those linebackers, when they see him step and them arms come up to shoot forward, they're going to progress to their gap. And at that moment, behind that, in front of the safety, behind the linebackers, was open all night.
Yeah.
And I just don't understand. Komet should have had at least 8 catches. Yeah. And Tonga, whoever his backup is.
Tanya, yeah. We gotta sew up that pass blocking, man, so we can get those plays, man. Because I just seen so many plays where the offensive line was blowing up and it was just too fast. Too fast in Justin's face. It was too quick. It was just like, damn.
He can't even step up in the pocket.
Yeah,
that's what we teach, right? We teach that the center and the 2 guards are chained. They chain together. Right. If you get in trouble, you step up in between the middle of those 3.
Right.
And
they blowing up the
that's
center.
Where all the pressure was coming from. That's where all the pressure was coming from.
Right in his face.
Yeah.
All night.
Where all the pressure was coming from, right up the middle.
Yeah.
But I got one here for J-Mac, because I know he's a huge Tevin Jenkins fan. And I see a stat right here, my man, in 2023, Jenkins and pass blocking snaps, 272 pass blocking snaps, 0 sacks allowed.
Okay.
Right.
Tevin Jenkins.
Yeah.
TJ.
He's a bright spot on the team, man, for sure.
Did he come back? I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's a bright spot along that line. But I think once we get right up to speed, up to par.
He's a bright spot too, though, for sure.
Yeah. He is.
Nate Davis needs to clean up his pass pro.
Yeah. I don't know if he can. I don't know if he could clean it up. He is who he is right now. How many years he been in the league?
Yeah, this is 5th year.
Yeah, he is who he is. So we're gonna have to just. I mean, he's a good run blocker. We gonna have to just have Darnell gonna have to help him, man.
So let me ask y'all this. So is he? Because I didn't know a lot about Nate. I see a lot of guys on draft day, but if they don't come to the Bears, I don't follow them. So is Nate not known for, is that one of his hangups, pass blocking?
Yeah, that's one of his hangups.
He's been hurt. He's been hurt almost all season.
He's mid in pass blocking. Yeah.
Okay. So
he's mid.
Yeah, he excels in the run blocking game.
Okay, so he's never really been a pass. Okay. I didn't know him that well until he came to the Bears. That's when I started.
He's not garbage, but he ain't somebody you like, okay, we can rely on him. Yeah.
Right. I get it. Yeah. So if you can't disguise the pass with the run, he's basically inefficient when it comes. If it's a passing down, you may have to worry about him, basically.
Right.
Yeah. Sure. He'll be a liability.
Yeah.
But he's way better than Patrick.
Who ain't better than Patrick? I think we can go in there and
I agree.
Oh no, man! These 52-year-old knees ain't gonna make it.
Anyway, his 20-some, 30-some year old knees ain't doing it either.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. You know how we sit them chairs out to save a parking spot in the wintertime in Chicago?
Yeah.
That'll be me blocking at the center position. It's better. Hey. It's still better than Patrick.
That's all I'm saying.
Your ass a traffic cone, huh?
You're right. It's still
that's
better
funny.
than Patrick.
Man.
So we got a bye next week, right? We off. Okay.
Get some healing going on, baby.
Get some healing going on for sure.
We got to come back and play Detroit.
We gonna get that ass.
This is our revenge tour, right? It's our revenge tour. We got Minnesota off the list. Check. Revenge.
Yeah.
Detroit next. And then we'll get revenge on the Packers at the end of the season for sure.
Oh, just finna say that. I hate to skip to the last game of the season, but that's the game.
I want that ass.
Yeah,
Thank
we
you.
got to get revenge on them.
Want that?
Yep.
So let me ask you.
Want that.
Let me ask y'all then. This is my question. We lose every game and beat the Packers at the end. Do he stay our head coach?
I will give him a pass, personally.
That's
Me
tough.
too.
I
Me
will
too.
give him a pass.
I'm
That's
telling
tough.
you,
It
I
doesn't
believe
mean
he will.
it doesn't mean
believe
by
he will.
6-game requirement, minimum requirement. However, he might get a pass for that. He might get a pass for that.
Because when we're
Yeah.
at 4, that would be
Yeah,
fine.
that would be
fine.
fine. Right.
Yeah.
So I think he does. And if we beat him soundly, I know he does.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially offensively.
Yeah.
I want to know that Getsy is not a fucking spy for Green Bay. You know
Hey,
where I was going with that, Tony.
Thank you
yes,
for saying
yes.
what was in my mind, because I don't want to say it, but I'm telling you, anybody who comes to our team from anybody in our division, I think the same thing until they prove otherwise.
Yep.
So
Now,
St. Brown, you think I didn't say that about St. Brown when he missed that last block and Mooney got smacked?
Man,
Well, was
Mooney
that
got
him or was
smacked.
that? I thought that was DJ that got smacked
No,
I keep saying
nah,
Mooney.
Mooney got smacked. Mooney got
Was it Mooney?
smacked. Yes.
Yeah, when they ran on the right
the
side, it was
screenplay.
Mooney. When they ran on the left side, it was Moore.
On the
I
screenplay.
I remember the Mooney sack. It wasn't a screen though. It wasn't a screen. It was
Okay,
I
well, then it
remember
had to be
Mooney got
DJ then,
smacked on the
because I'm talking about
sideline.
the screen. Yeah, it must have been DJ then, because the one I'm talking about,
okay.
St. Brown missed the block on that quick screen.
Right.
And whoever the receiver was got lit the freak up, man.
Yeah, but they was closing down on it. They started closing down on that shit halfway into the game, and
You're
you
right.
still throwing it.
You're right, but did you see nobody was behind that corner? If he would have got that block, man, Moore was gone.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say he would have scored, but he would have had at least 20 yards.
He blew it up already.
But the thing is, if you look at it, right, and you're looking from right to left, this is what you see. You see St. Brown trying to see when the ball come out of his hand. When he turned around, he had to reach out. That guy was gone. He came around and he smacked whoever the receiver was. I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Hey, I said it before. I say it again. We got the wrong St. Brown. Damn it. Amon Ra is a dog. Amon Ra is a dog.
He got the height, but that's St. Brown. Yeah. If we had Amon Ra, man, we might not even had to get DJ Moore. We had Amon Ra.
That's a fact, though. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Amon Ra is more of a possession receiver.
Yeah.
I think the St. Brown we got was more of a field stretcher. And well, as you see, a good blocker as well.
Yeah.
He awesome. He awesome.
I fuck with him, but yeah. But his brother is the truth for real.
Yeah. What about, I know I know it's off the Bears, but how about Ridley these last couple of weeks coming back off that suspension in Jacksonville, man?
Yeah.
You gonna know my name. He got three on the last 2 games. He got 3 touchdowns, I think, or 4.
Hey, he finding his groove because he was always a good player. So he getting his footing.
He just had to come back off that year off and reestablish himself.
For sure.
I think that year in Atlanta kind of screwed him.
The year off.
When he got suspended.
Yeah.
Well, because he was only in his first or second year then, right?
I think it was the second season when he got suspended.
It was his second season with Atlanta. Well, with his second year period, because they drafted him.
Right.
And he got suspended that whole season for gambling. He was kicking ass over there before then.
Yeah, facts.
Remember, that was the reason why they didn't really stutter when they got rid of Julio, because he came into his own quick.
Yeah, real quick.
Yeah.
Julio played
over there with Kyle Pitts, boy.
Yeah. Julio played from end zone to end zone. He didn't get in the end zone.
Right.
He get you some yards, but he ain't getting you no TDs.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down after that, fellas, unless y'all want to add something to it. I think we had an excellent episode. We talked about some great things with our team and felt good about it and things like that. And I can't wait till we get after this bye so we can meet Detroit.
Man, that's it. I wish I've been to 2 games this year, New Orleans and Tampa.
Okay.
I want to go to one where we actually win.
Yeah.
So I wish I was going to the Detroit game. I think I'm over my limit this year though, but I
Yeah,
wish I was
yeah,
going to the Detroit game. I think we gonna kick their ass, man. I do, because we had a couple key mess ups like we did in the fourth quarter. Blah blah blah. But we're gonna learn how to shore up that fourth quarter mistakes and woes, and we're
yeah.
gonna be better. We're gonna be better, man.
I
I
think
just
so
see it.
too.
I see it. I
I,
see it. I like what I'm seeing on the defense. You know, we just need somebody
And,
with some balls.
growing
I
pains,
mean,
man. It's growing pains.
Yeah.
the defense is they coming along, and you can actually see Plus's Eberflus his touch that he got
On
on
that
the
defense.
defense.
Right.
So I'm liking how the defense is looking, but as far as running a team, he ain't ready yet.
Right.
So,
And I
so I
think
got a
that's
question. Go ahead.
go
I'm
ahead.
sorry.
Well,
No, I
my
was gonna.
problem, my thing is, let me just say this real quick. If you know, it's got to be another way to get these guys ready to coach. Because if you got to run all three phases, that's not easy. When you used to run in just one dimension, whether it be special teams, offense, or defense, you know, it's not the same when you got to control the habits of all three. And I think that's what's even fruits. My second thing is, why y'all think it took so long for him to take over, seeing how good he's doing, man? Why would you wait to the week 8, 9, whatever it was, and you can clearly see that you knew what you was doing in Indianapolis? Why didn't you jump in sooner? Look at the defense and how he's playing, man.
Well,
That could have been a difference in the Bronco game. Just you know,
well, he
just
was calling it in the Bronco game.
was he? Okay,
Yeah,
okay. I
Whenever
I
just
Allen
think
didn't.
that
Williams,
was game two.
whenever Allen Williams got released, that's when he started taking over. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
I
was
just
the
don't
second
understand why
game
it
of
took
the
him so
season.
long. He should have been jumped in, man.
But
Well, I guess that's where we come in where he's supposed to be the CEO.
my question
And
is, does he continue to be the play caller next year, even if we got a DC, or does he just relinquish those duties and become and remain the CEO? I think he could be the CEO and the on the caller. I don't know if he need to be the defensive coordinator, but just the play caller, because it
yeah,
seems like he has the touch with that.
right. I agree with you on that. I like him as the defense coordinator or the play caller, where
Just the play call. Yeah.
he's playing both right now. So I like I like what I see from him as far as play calling and being the DC at the moment. Well, you still got to find someone to come in that's going to teach your
Right.
system how you want to play.
Right. And that's what I'm
Exactly.
saying. Like, we could add a DC to the team and teach the system, but
Mhm.
have him still be the play caller for the defense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
I don't see
think
no
if he
harm in
can,
that.
I think it's just like you said. You know, all these offensive gurus, the Belichick's and the Frank Rice and all these guys, they always say, "Well, they're pulling it from the Belichick tree." You never hear that about the awesome defensive coaches where they pulling from. I think if you're going to bring in the DC, it has to be somebody that's familiar with his system. You
Right.
can't afford to have somebody like, well, I can do it for the most part, but if I do this, I think we'll be good too. No, we already proved what we're doing it works. Come in, stick with what works, and don't change it up. I think it needs to be somebody from his tutelage.
Maybe somebody on the staff already can be that
Either
next
from the
season.
staff or go over there and cherry pick from Indianapolis if he still got some people over there.
Yep. Yep. That's a good idea.
You know what I'm
Leave
saying? It's
leave
got it, but you
leave
can't change
Nap
it.
where
Don't
it's
change
at.
it. Huh?
I think I say leave Nap where it's at, and you promote from within.
As
Okay.
long as they come in not changing it, I agree with both of y'all.
Yeah.
I just know that it's proven that certain coaches and their lineage, the guys that fall from their tree, Andy Reid, even Mike Holmgren when he was in, the people that was falling from these guys' trees, man, is still doing well in the league. And I think you just gotta follow suit.
Yeah.
And you can and during during the defense recent rise, you can actually see Flus actually changing up his game plan. He's not
Mm-hmm.
sticking with just that Tampa 2.
He blitzing a
No,
little bit more. Yeah.
Yeah, he's blitzing a
I,
little bit. He's switching up coverage. It's not all just Tampa 2.
He's definitely
I
disguising his coverage for sure.
Yeah, you can see growth right there.
and I
It's
attribute that to the
something that we
gelling.
ain't
They
seen
gelling.
from Getsy.
No, but they're gelling on defense. I always said that. When you got all those new guys, again, half of them are rookies, half of them is in this new system. They're starting to gel. He's starting to open up the book. Somebody talk to whoever running the offense and have them open up the book. Let that boy play, man. If he gonna make mistakes, let him make them big and fix them along the way.
Facts.
Yeah,
Now, and Getsy's defense, he doesn't have the experience as Eberflus as far as play calling. So, we can't.
Yeah, well,
He shouldn't apply for the job. He lied on his resume.
He shouldn't apply for the job.
Right. He lied on his resume.
Hey,
Something.
sometimes you got to lie on your resume to get the job that you want and grow into it.
That's it. That's it, man. But some jobs
a lot
you
of
can
going.
grow into it. Some jobs you got to know already. And
Facts. I agree 100%.
But in your words, Tony, they all knew.
Mm-hmm.
All of them. They knew to their position.
Yeah.
Only one that wasn't new was Williams.
Right.
He was a DC before.
Right.
And you got to add that to the equation. You just can't get around that.
Eberflus is not new to his new position as a DC. That's what I'm saying. Comparing it to Getsy. You know, he has the experience of play calling that Getsy doesn't have. So we can't lump them together. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. But yeah,
but
Getsy
you know what?
Get
also, that's another thing.
But we can lump Getsy in the trash can.
Jordan.
But listen, but
right here,
we can't take that out of the equation. Those guys are new.
Yeah.
And why would you do that to yourself? You can't expect to have what you want to happen and you bring all those new pieces in.
I agree 100%. They should have hired some veteran coaching staff, some veterans on that coaching staff, whether it was the OC or the DC. Well, we had a veteran DC, but he ain't there. But a veteran OC would have been great. You know what I'm saying? That would have been great for that staff, because we got a young team. So we need somebody that can coach them and develop them instead of we actually got to develop the OC too.
Yeah.
Too much. That's why you got to give him time. That's why I don't think you can.
Yeah, you got to give him time.
I don't think you can I don't think you can afford to tear it down. It's too much work, too much money. You got to give him 3 years. Just give him 3
years.
I'm
sorry. That's why I disagree with y'all. Guess he got.
We know, man. We know.
But I can even deal with Flukes another year, but Getsy got to go.
But think about this. And I give if we get rid of Flukes, we also get rid of that defense.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
No, we keep Flukes.
Okay.
But Getsy out the door.
Long as somebody can run the offense, we can't afford to change the offense again. It's
Do you want a new quarterback, J Mac, or you want to stick with
I'm sticking with my boy JF1.
Yeah.
So my question, I asked that because I want to know if we sticking with JF1, we got to let him learn a new system. He gonna have more growing pains again. Now, if you get a new quarterback with a new OC, it's different.
But at the same time, you install a system that fits his skill set.
Right.
That's how you do that. You don't just go to a whole new system that he's not accustomed to. Even if you go to another system, another Getsy type system, he's accustomed to that right now.
Mm-hmm.
Right. If you bring in another offensive coordinator, you bring somebody in that's gonna.
I agree with you. I hear what you're saying. He just got to learn He just got to learn the language again, another language.
Right, it's just language another language.
Yeah.
But if you, because you got to go. Justin is a vertical passer. Right. All that sideline shit, that's not his game.
Right.
It's just not his game.
Right.
Yeah.
Facts. But I think in the beginning of the season they did try to make it a vertical game. It wasn't working. And not to his fault.
Because they wanted to keep him in the pocket. They didn't want to move the pocket. Yeah. They don't want to move the pocket.
Take too long to develop as well.
Yeah. No. That's what I'm saying. I'm giving you kudos. The line is not built for the vertical game. That's why they switched it, because in the beginning, you could see he tried to stay in the pocket. Remember, I was saying I think he trying to prove to the world that he could stay in the pocket. But it was the play calling that I've learned. It was play calling. It's not conducive to what we got. We don't have the parts.
Yeah, it doesn't fit.
I don't care how good your playbook is. If you don't have the pieces to make that joker run right, it's just going to be some beautiful plays on paper.
Coaches have to bend their style to the talent around them. That's all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's a non-ending. It's not ending. You got to tweak it here, tweak it there, and that's all year. The injuries going to come into play. New players going to come into play. New coaches, new systems. You got to tweak everything as the season go on, because what worked tomorrow ain't going to always work the next day.
Team's going to adjust. Facts.
All day.
Yeah. All right. And on that note, fellas, let's go ahead and end this one. I appreciate y'all showing up, man. We had a good time, good conversation, great podcast, man. Really good one. I feel it. And I'll see y'all next go round, fellas.
Hey, bear down, baby.
Bear down, bear down.
Bear down. There you
Salute.
go.